Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Round 18? No? Round 19? No, round 18 in the bag. Jesus Christ, I nearly had a fit. Round 18 in the bag. We're back, baby. We are back. It's like the Hangover. We are back. We are back. So, we've recovered well. 1034. Captained Garrick. Paid off well. God, he could have had a hat-trick in the first half. Like at half-time, my feet were up. My feet were like, I was just sitting back and I'm just like, it's done, boys. We've done it. We've done it. Take me to the promised land. And then Manly decided to just not play in the second half. They just decided to park their feet up. So, yeah. Anyway, 1034 went up 83 spots up to 450. After that round 15 disaster, I've managed to like crawl my way back and the side's looking good. The side's looking good. Righto, boys. You know the drill. Let's get into it. There's only 5 games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip through the 5 games pretty quickly. Only talk about who's relevant and whatnot. And then I'm going to start talking about what my plans are around my side because I'm yet to nuff. There's still a couple of players I need to bring in, like Cleary, like Haas. I need to sort out what's going on with my hooker spot. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of options that I want to go over. So stay tuned. I'm going to go over everything, right? Let's rip in from the... Yeah, we'll go Manly Rabbitohs first and then we'll go down, right? So obviously Manly beat Rabbitohs 30-12. Turbo finally decided to have a crack. Obviously he had a very, very good matchup this week against Duncan and he took full advantage of it. But that Turbo and Garrick combination there, that's why I captained him. That's why I captained Garrick. I just thought to myself, I'm like, that there is, it's got points written all over it. And it definitely came through. Garrick with a 107. He downdated. He obviously lost his try assist, line break assist to Turbo. I thought he would have kept that. I mean, he made he ran the ball. He ran the ball, made an offload while in the tackle, which put, like, I understand Turbo did most of the work, but it ended up putting Turbo through that gap, through for that try. So, not even a line break assist. I mean, he literally assisted Turbo in getting the line break assist. But anyway, DCE 82, Lehigh 58. Now, if you held Lehigh for the last 2 weeks of good matchups, you'd be pretty disappointed. I sold Lehigh a few weeks ago, reluctantly, and I thought that it would bite me in the ass for last week's game and this week's game, and he really didn't do much. Like, yeah, it's really, I'd be pretty annoyed if I was still an owner. He's about to lose a fair bit of... he just lost a fair bit of coin, so he's down to 540. He's got upside, so I wouldn't be stressing if I had him either way. The rest of the boys, not much doing. AJ, 106. Kolomatung with a 67. He just keeps churning through. Duncan with a 105. Like, obviously, most people right now are looking at this and just thinking, where did this come from? Like, I can put my hand up. What's going on with my camera? I'll put my hand up. I actually told someone last week, someone messaged me and said, should I get Tallis Duncan, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, look, man, like, I can't see him continuing this. I really can't. And I feel like you're going to buy him at his top price. Like, I feel like you're going to buy him at his top price and he's going to slowly come back down. He's now 702k with a 5 break even. So my apologies to whoever that was. I definitely got that wrong. I don't think many people saw this coming. So let's see how high it can go. Climatungi, yeah, 67. The rest of the guys, not much doing. I need to nuff Hubner soon. He's going to be one of my nuffies. He's just... the bloke can't play any longer than like 25 minutes. Which is pretty weird because like if you're an NRL first grader... Think of how wild that is. You're a starting NRL first grader and you can't play longer than 25 minutes. Maybe he's not the man for the job. Moving on, Roosters and the Tigers. Mark, 28, 107 points, unreal. Teddy with a 77. Can I just say, it is very frustrating when you VC someone and they are on 35 points up until the 79th minute when they are so heavily captained in the top half, and then he comes out and gets that. Like, he did nothing all game and then gets that junk try. Man, what could have been? If he just didn't get that junk try in the 79th minute, there's every chance that I could have rocketed up to like the top 200. Like, that's how tight it is up top. I could have like honestly gone up into the top 200. That sucks, man. That sucks. Rest of the guys not really relevant. Tigers, Terrell May with a 94. Man, he's unreal. He had like 60 at half time. Huge win for the Tigers. Like, I understand. This is the one thing that I was actually quite confused about. The Roosters were $1.20 going into this game. Now, I understand that the Tigers have lost like 5 or 6 in a row. They've lost, you know, they didn't have Appy. They didn't have a bunch of key players, right? Just off the top of my head. They didn't have a bunch of key players. Neither did the Roosters. But $1.20 when like half of the Roosters side were rookies. Yeah. Anyway. Sportsbet would have absolutely cleaned up that game. Cleaned up. There would have been piles of money slapped on the Roosters for that game. Dewey actually had probably his best game that I've seen him play in recent memory. Honestly, like, I can't remember the last time Dewey played a better game. Latu Finu looked good. The Finu brothers, all three of them scored a try, which was unreal. First time in history. Over to you, Travojevic brothers. Have a crack. Storm Cowboys. Drinky with a 99. Katoa with a 68. Hughes with a 58. Nick Meaney with a 165. Unreal. Sean Bloor with a random 97. Other than that, there's not much going on. Just quickly, can I just have a little bit of a shout out? I know Nelson is watching. Nelson's a big fan of the channel. Nelson, mate, please work on your play the ball. That's all I'm asking, man. That's all I'm asking. Like, I understand playing the ball after you get tackled is quite a difficult task. But Nelson, man, just put some time in. Put some time in at training. And I'm telling you, man, like, practice makes perfect, and you'll be able to play the ball quite well. Moving on, Cowboys, yeah, not much doing there. Raiders and the Dragons, look, do you know how frustrating it is as a Dragons supporter when a clear try gets disallowed? There is no way in the world that pass to Sloan was forward. Like, we're talking about $1 million cameras here. We're talking about touchies. Most touchies are really, really bad. But how in the world did that touchy, who wasn't even in a good position to make the call in the first place, how in the world did he look at that and go, oh yeah, that was forward. That was forward, no dramas. When are we going to bring in when are we going to bring in the bunker for forward passes? Like, there's so much technology around the game right now. There's absolutely no excuse right now to not incorporate the bunker checking out forward passes. It's just plain and simple. I tell you why they don't do it. I tell you why, because eventually they'll end up having to phase out touchies. Because if there's bunkers, what's the point? What's the point of touchies? I mean, obviously touchies are going to be important for a bunch of other things, but at this point in time, these touches are useless. That wasn't a forward pass. And at the end of the day, look, 28-24 cost the Dragons the win. So, yeah, anyway, honestly, just another referee fuck-up that has cost the Dragons a win this season. KO Weeks with a 156. Hosking with a 67. I'm glad I held him. He's actually going to be a decent little play. He's got a break even at 25. He's actually got a good run now. He plays Para next week at home. Then he's got the Knights. Then he's got the Dragons again. That little 3-round window there, like the Knights aren't probably going to be as good as they have been defensively. Like, they lose Ponga. They've lost Sharp now. Yeah. And Hosking actually scored 106 points against him in round 17 when I didn't play him. So, yeah. Probably going to hold him on for a little bit longer. Tarpany with a 46, righto. I've got some question marks around Tarpany. Now, Tarpany's 593k, break even of 98. He is definitely going to lose some cash. I'm just a little bit worried about Tarpany's minutes. Now, since round 13, Tarpany's minutes have gone 43, 50, 48, 53, 29. There's too many mouths to feed at the Raiders. There's too many mouths. I don't know whether or not Ricky is doing this on purpose so he can save him for the finals. Smart coaching, if that's the case. But from a SuperCoach standpoint, I don't like that at all. And there is a world where I wouldn't mind upgrading Tarpany to Haas, but I do want to hold Tarpany for that back end, because I think that if Ricky does want to rest him over the next few weeks, he'll want him firing up for rounds 25, 26, 27 heading into the finals. So, yeah, don't know. That's a tough one. I'm just going to sit on that for a little bit. Starling with a really shit 36. I started round 1 with Starling, which was one of my better plays. I think it might be time to say goodbye to Starling. It's sad, but I think it might be time. His minutes aren't an issue. His minutes are still like 67, 68, 64. He still played the right minutes in the last 3 weeks. I just don't know what's going to happen with him going forward. I think there's every chance that Starling might start to get rested. And I think that leading into like rounds 23, he's still got a bye in round 24. And I think like coming into the run home, I don't really want to rely on a hooker who really needs attacking stats to score well. I'd rather a base stat hooker that can score well. Yeah, Starling is an option that I might be moving on this week. Rest of the guys at the Dragons, not much doing. Gula is just, yeah. Gula. He's going to lose cash slowly. He's just one of the other players that I might be nuffing soon. Plug the holes, get rid of the dead wood. So, Bulldogs, Broncos. Bulldogs got humbled, and it is, to be honest with you, no offense to the Bulldogs fans if you're out there watching. I don't know what it is, but it is, at the moment, it's actually a little bit satisfying to see the Bulldogs get humbled. I don't know why. I think maybe it's because the Bulldogs are acting like... certain Bulldogs fans are acting like they've won comps all of a sudden because of where they are. That's fine. But at the end of the day, they haven't won anything. And I think that might be coming to fruition a little bit, because I think that Galvin wasn't the right choice to make midway through the season. I think that that's going to be a little... like, you're winning games, you're top of the comp, things are going well, let's change the spine. It's baffling to me. But anyway, kick out with a 69 with an absolute rubbish try. Like, oh man, that sucks. I went Preston over kick out a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of evened itself out a little bit now. Preston with a 45. The ball just did not go to him all game, so that was a bit frustrating to watch. Not much doing there. Broncos. Ezra Mam is absolutely humming down that left edge. Can I just say, as someone with the other 20,000 people that got Karapani in, do you know what? I'm just going to say it now. If you have balls the size of bowling balls, put something on Karapani this week. VC or C. The Broncos up against the Titans this week could honestly be an absolute flogging. After that win over the Bulldogs, the confidence is going to be sky high. Karapani could honestly score a hat-trick. Up against like that left edge, up against the Titans' right edge. Oh, man. I'm very, very glad to own Karapani. Ezra Mam, Karapani, not much doing for the rest of the boys. Righto. Let's get into my side quickly. I'm going to talk about trade ideas. I'm going to talk about what people are doing. I'm going to talk about most traded out, most traded in. And we're just going to have a look to see what we can do. There's a couple little pods that I want to actually point out as well. So, saved trades this week and still went up spots, which is good. I've got 10 trades left, 97k in the bank. Things are looking good. Okay, let's just address the hooker situation first, right? So Riley Smith, Starling. For me, I could hold trades. I could hold and do nothing this week, right? But Starling needs to go. Unless there's a world where if Riley Smith actually does play and he starts and there's no hooker on the bench, I could possibly just run Starling, run Riley Smith, and hopefully he gets 50, 50, 60, and then I'm happy. But if he doesn't, there's obviously the likes of Watson. There's obviously the likes of Blake Brayley. There's obviously the likes of Grant. My sneaky little pod that I haven't really heard too many people about, Donahue. Now, if we have a look at Donahue, he's playing 80 minutes. He's got a break even of 50. And the last 3 games, he's gone 85, 59, 77. Let's just go back to round 11. So when his minutes started to increase, he went 56, 71, 53, 85, 59, 77. He's priced at 535k. He's a jewel. I think people are... Obviously, the crowd is going to Watson, and I can understand completely why. Because Watson is obviously scoring quite well. But if it gives you the ability to be able to do things elsewhere in your side, I think Kurt Donahue is a great play. Let's just plug him in, because I'm going to show you what I can do with my side with that extra 91k. So I could go Donahue, but then I need to try and work out how I'm going to get Cleary. Now, obviously, the whole Hughes versus Hines, who do you want for the run home? I think I've come to the decision that I'm going to probably move Hughes on. I think Hines, goal kicking, Sharks draw, fighting for the 8 is going to be a lot more beneficial for my side than someone like Hughes, who is going to be sharing attacking stats up against tougher matchups, potential of restings, yada, yada, yada. So there's a world where I actually go Hughes to Cleary. And if I do that, it leaves me with 2 spots that I don't have to worry about anymore for the rest of the season. Now, Donahue can do a job. Cleary's in. And I still haven't nuffed anyone. Now, for me, my idea is, do I nuff Billy Smith later on? Because if I nuff Billy Smith, there's 200k. And then I can go 200k straight to Haas. Whether I want to go Tarpany to Haas, whether I want to go Karapani to Haas. Once Karapani peaks in price, then I can go Karapani to Haas and move Kalamatangi down, move Lucas down into centre, move Karapani to Haas once he peaks. Like, it's one of those, there's a few options here. Like, there's a lot of things going on at the moment with some players. So I'm going to be doing a lot of thinking this week because there's a lot of people are trading in Ezra. Do you know what? I don't mind the Ezra shout at all. I did say a couple of weeks on the pod where I was like, oh, Ezra, like he's up and down Supercoach wise. He's not exactly reliant, which is true because he can be hot and potatoes. But I think with the Broncos draw, they're finding form. Left edge is humming. I think, yeah, he could go huge this week against the Titans. I've got Jaden Campbell, so I'm not going to trade Jaden Campbell to Ezra Mam. I just don't think that is a good play at all. Angus 584, I get it. He's due a lot of attacking stats. He really is. Like, he's been scoring well recently. Roosters are going to be fighting for a top 8 spot. Sam Walker's back. Yeah, I can see the pieces coming together for Angus. And then you got Harry and Payne Haas. So, yeah. Most traded out in my side, Billy Smith, Hosking, Tarpany, Hubner, Riley Smith. I can get on board for all of those guys. But yeah, that's my side, guys. I'm going to be playing, obviously, like I'll be moving Karaz in this week. Lomax should back up, just depending on how it plays with Origin. And then my reserves will be pretty simple. It'll be Hines, Jaden Campbell, Pappenhausen, and Tino. Wait, not Tino. Tino will start, obviously, hopefully if he backs up. One sec. Something's playing around. Oh, Asako, sorry. So Pappenhausen, Asako, Jaden Campbell, and Hines. And that's my side for this week, guys. Off the cuff, VC into C. I'm probably going to be going Teddy against the Dragons. And have it, like, as a captain, I really don't think I'm going to look into anything else. I do kind of want something on Cleary, though. So, yeah. Like, I could go a VC Teddy into C Cleary. The only thing is the headache on who I drop to loop. That's the only thing. So, I'll probably end up dropping Tino. Because he probably plays limited minutes. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that is about it. I think everyone... Sides are starting to look similar. So it's going to come down to some pod plays, pod captain plays. But yeah. Alright, let us know in the comment section how you all went. Let us know your trade thoughts now. Finally, the buy rounds are done. Things are looking good. The run home has begun. The fun's starting. So yeah, if you haven't already... Oh, as well, huge shout out to a few of you guys who subbed to the channel. You got me over 1,000 subs. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. It's been a slog. 2.5 seasons now. Over 1,000 subs. So you are all legends. And I appreciate every single one of yous. Alrighty. Yeah. If you haven't already, give the page a like. Subscribe, comment. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the week. Hopefully you score well this week. And yeah. Have a good one.